Hey everyone, this is Sleakozzy here, and welcome back guys to the video. Today I have some more information regarding the vending machines in Fortnite Battle Royale. If you guys are hyped for this video, please do show your support by leaving a like on it, and if you're new here, then subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all the new amazing Fortnite content coming your way. And yes, there is a free V-Bucks giveaway going on right now. The link to it will be in the top line of the description. Go down there, follow the easy steps to enter, and we'll be giving out some free V-Bucks at the end of this month, so stay tuned for that. So, vending machines in Fortnite Battle Royale, they're in the game. They've been leaked for some time about what they're going to involve in the future. People have been speculating about how they're going to work in terms of game functionality. And there was actually a bug that I showcased in one of my previous videos. I'll put the link to that in the description down below, and I'll put a thumbnail, if I've still got it, on screen right now so you can see what video that is. And I basically go into detail about the glitch of where some guy went under the map and found a vending machine where you could trade in 250 wood for a minigun. Now, that little glitch and people talking about it and all this sort of stuff, it turns out it wasn't just an Easter egg, it wasn't just a glitch, it actually is true. Epic have confirmed it themselves. I'll put the image of it on screen right now in the new updates tab. When you log into Fortnite Battle Royale, you can see this on screen. It says vending machine coming soon, trade in spare materials for extra gear. And as you can see on the image, it's the vending machine. I think that's like 250 to 300 wood. It's a bit small, so I can't really make it out too well. And it's a shotgun, so it's a tactical shotgun. So they're going to be adding in the ability to trade in materials, whether it be brick, wood or metal, in various quantities, and it gives you a weapon back. Now, the thing, the several questions I have regarding this, because obviously in a Battle Royale game, you drop down in the bus and you start off with nothing, and you have to scavenge and you have to loot and you have to search and you have to kill people in order to get better loot and to get more ammo and to progress through the game and to get the upper hand on your opponents. That's how it works. Everyone starts off equal. But if someone drops next to a vending machine and they get wood and they trade it in, they could potentially get the upper hand through getting this essentially free piece of loot. And it's all here, trading this to get, a cool AR or something. So they're going to have to balance this out to the point where people aren't going to get too mad that, players are going to be getting this loot essentially for free, because, it's like a chance drop where, you open a chest and you have a chance of getting something good. You can already see what it is you're getting on the screen of the vending machine. So say, for example, you wanted, I don't know, a blue AR, and it's there. It's right there. You know that it's there because you can see it, and all you have to do is collect the materials, trade it in, boom, blue AR. Straight off the bat, no point killing anyone, no point looting to try and find it. You just trade in the materials and you get it straight away. Now, they're going to have to make it to the point where the weapons that you get aren't too overpowered, because if you can get stuff like golden scars and purple scars and blue ARs and all this sort of stuff, like the high tier weapons, the high damaging weapons, then that's going to ruin the game for some people, because they're going to think it's unfair that other people have just managed to find this free loot standing out in the open. Now, unless they make it to the point where, let's say, for example, a golden scar is in the loot table, I doubt it will be. I doubt they'll put a golden scar in the vending machine or anything close to that because of how overpowered it is. It'll probably just be some grey and green weapons. Obviously, we've saw the minigun, but the minigun doesn't have as many uses as a shotgun or an AR does at dealing damage and all that sort of stuff. So if they was to add a golden scar, I would expect it to be 999 metal, something ridiculous. So like max metal, I would be okay with having a golden scar. That's hard to get. Metal isn't as abundant as trees. I mean, yeah, it's obtainable, but it takes a while, and then you have to go back and find it and all of this other stuff, and they would have to balance how the vending machine works. I said in my previous video I would like it if they put in a system where the person who took the loot from the vending machine first has a cooldown. There's like a 1 minute to 2 minute cooldown or whatever before you can use it again, and then it recycles, like the screen scrolls down through the list of weapons and it picks a random weapon once the cooldown has expired, and then you trade in that many materials for a different weapon. And Epic have been known to not make things too overpowered, so I'm not too worried about this system, but this is, you know, something really unique that hasn't been done before. Obviously, we have new weapons in the game, but this new system of how to get weapons is something very unique and needs to be looked into very carefully and tested over and over again, because players aren't going to be too happy if there's a really good weapon there basically for free, like an RPG or a rocket launcher, not a rocket launcher, or like a grenade launcher or something, and you can essentially get it by trading in 300 wood in a vending machine, and you can basically get that weapon for free instead of having to kill people or loot chests to have a chance of getting it, because that's the whole thing of Battle Royale. You go in and you have a chance of getting loot. If you want to get better loot, you kill other people with better loot, and that's how it is. Everyone starts off on a fair playing field, and if you jump in to a game and you land by a vending machine and you see a blue AR or a grenade launcher, you've essentially got the upper hand straight off the bat. You know exactly what loot you're going to get, and you can go there and get it. Now, I do agree with two things, and I would hope they add in these systems. One of them would be to limit the rarity and to limit the weapons that they have in there. I don't want them to include every single weapon in the game, because that would be absurd, because then you could get a golden scar, you could get a guided missile, and that would be completely stupid. I would put stuff like grey pump, green tack, tactical shotgun, you know, grey, green, possibly blue AR, actually no, forget blue AR, grey and green AR, grey and green 3-round burst, possibly a grenade launcher, and then obviously they have the minigun there as well, and maybe like a Desert Eagle or something. Stuff that isn't too overpowered, or stuff that isn't widely used in every single combat scenario, just to kind of balance it out, because they've had everything in there, and you had a guided missile, you had a golden scar, and there were like multiple versions of these vending machines across the map, and you went to two of them and there was a guided missile at one and a golden scar at the other, then you're going to be looted up beyond all imagination, unless they added in like a really high requirement to get these, you know, to get these weapons, like max metal or max brick, or maybe even max metal and brick, like 999 of each material in order to get these weapons. I'm not too sure how they're going to balance this out, but I do think, you know, at heart it is a really good idea if they do it right, because it gives you, you know, an opportunity for people that drop into, you know, because some people drop, you know, into a game, into a populated area, and they get unlucky with the house loot, and they get unlucky with just loot in general. They can, you know, farm some wood, which is really easy to get. Anyone can do that. Everyone's got a pick. You can farm wood to your heart's content. You farm a bit of wood, you go to the vending machine, you get yourself a weapon. Now you're in the game. Now you have an advantage. Now, you know, now you can play because you have a weapon. In that sense, I agree with it, because, you know, it's not fair that when people land, they get nothing within the first 2 minutes, and they spend that time hiding or running, or they just get killed straight off the bat because they've been completely shafted with loot. It gives those people opportunity to get a weapon. And then if they was to reduce the chances of higher loot spawns, then it would make this system redundant in the later stages of the game, because, you know, down to the last 20, the last 15, the last 10, everyone's already looted up, everyone's already killed a couple of people, they've looted loads of places. So if they restricted this loot from the vending machine to greys and greens and to Desert Eagles and miniguns, stuff that people use sometimes but not all the time, then it could be a good way to get people started at the beginning of the game, but a system that would be forgotten about and not used as much in the later stages of the game, which would make it fair. It would make it a fair system, because, like, what I'm seeing this as is a helping hand to people that aren't lucky with loot. You know, because, you know, sometimes you can get an RPG, you can get a scar, you can get a blue AR right off the bat, or you could drop and get a bandage, you can get a mini potion, and you get nothing else. So adding in this system would be a good way for people who haven't got any loot to get some loot and to get them in the combat and to give them a fighting chance to kill people. That is why I agree with this system, and I'm really excited to see how they pull it off and what kind of spawns come out of the vending machine. So that's my 2 cents on the topic. If you guys have any opinions and suggestions on this system, please do leave them down in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And that is it from me, guys. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please do show support by leaving a like on it. And if you're new here, then subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all the new amazing content coming your way. I'll leave all the sources that I used in the description down below, so you guys can go down there, click on it, read more into it yourself. But the main topic to focus on, and the main thing that you need to look out for is the vending machine, and it is on Fortnite right now. So if you log on, go to the new updates section, it is there. It is coming soon. We can expect updates like every single Thursday. Normally they release like a teaser of the new item or the new system a couple of days before, so you can expect this to be coming out Thursday. And if not Thursday, if they have a problem with it, it'll most likely be coming out Friday. So those 2 days are the ones to keep a lookout for. So with that, my name has been Sleakozzy. You guys have been amazing, and I will see each and every one of you in my next video. Goodbye, guys.